episode 69, the 5th trial. Are you ready to roll with our clues and find the truth?
Nice.
Shut up. All right, let's figure out who's dead and why. God dang it! I was like, well, we're classy enough. We're not going to make a joke.
Why do you think we were classy enough not to make?
All right.
Okay.
Let's just go. Oh crap!
All right.
Okay, that cut was for nothing. Ignore it. No technical difficulties. We're moving on.
We've prepared the finish.
Cool.
I don't know.
All right. No, we're not rising. We just had dinner.
We're full of food. And then he's going to say the same thing he always does. Who done it? We picked the wrong one. Everyone besides.
What on earth is going on with this color scheme this
oh
time?
Oh my gosh, there's so much.
Just wait till it starts spinning.
Pink and green, and there's like, it's tile. It's like yellow and pink tile, but like a... Oh, but it fades. It's like green towards the top.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Okay.
Oh.
Your go.
Well, then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
The theme is neon.
Like Leon.
Oh.
We need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Yeah, that seems important.
More than 5 minutes, I'll be disappointed. It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Okay.
If it cuts to anyone but Kyoko, I'll be disappointed. Good.
Oh, but
sort of.
Oh, but Kyoko. But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
Oh my god.
Oh. But she has legs and stuff.
Specific kind of ghost.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
I'm starting to be okay with him being the murderer.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
And I hate agreeing with Byakuya.
Okay, so I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? This seems easy.
Oh boy.
Which isn't something I'm used to. Then, let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Oh my god.
Her traits?
Yeah, her willpower is like a 14.
Oh, it's higher than 14.
What important trait Kyoko?
Her piercing glare.
Piercing glare.
That would be the gloves, which is a really dumb way of but okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go with
it.
it.
I said the piercing glare and the face are the two things that the dead body doesn't have anymore, so...
Oh, John, don't forget to say, no, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Not during those bits, but when we shoot the bullet.
I saw it and I'm like, oh, right, there's a line, I'm doing it. I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery, I'm sure of it. In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
You're a jerk. And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently, you have hideous scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right? They probably just got burned up in the explosion.
That's how explosions work. That's not at all how explosions work.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Go sit down, hero.
The pad the trial, hero. There's no way that corpse was Kyoko.
And I can't believe I had to think that thought.
If I can't prove why, we're going to be stuck here and the case will move forward.
Oh, man.
So I don't have any choice but to...
This is the dumbest
probably fake. It's probably fake nails.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible!
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost. The dead body wasn't wearing any gloves. They got burned up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I hate agreeing with Byakuya.
This trial started out all right.
I know I can prove it.
That Kyoko is just a ghost.
Is it?
Nope, that's okay. No.
It's not going to be fake. Is it?
Okay,
fake
then I'll
nails?
prove it. She's not a ghost. Somebody's wearing gloves. They got burned up in the explosion.
Before the explosion?
Oh yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Ah! Don't get to slow down.
Die, discussion is idiotic.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's
Alright.
fake nails?
Well, it's either fake nails, tattoo on the right hand, or
I guess,
body
yeah.
exploded body analysis.
You
Or
can fast
could you
forward.
collect one?
I really could collect one.
Shooting that white noise like he's a professional.
Slow!
Oh, boy.
Ah!
Well, the elements were there. This is first,
That's the
Yeah.
first one, yeah.
first one,
First
aka
one.
practice. Remember what you had to learn like a month ago, the last time you had to do this?
Yeah. Alright. So
Hey, everybody. Hero again. We're
I've-
talking about ghosts, and that's not going to stop,
and
so...
gloves. Alright.
The start of every trial from now on.
There
is
we
gonna be
go.
dumb,
No, that's wrong.
so... Yay! So that happened.
Alright. No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. I know, because I've worn fake nails as part of my drag act. Anyway,
Keep trying to put this glove on Sayaka's hand. It's just...
besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
Yeah.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Well, actually, that's a
That's about the
that's a
point.
surprisingly good point from
Jeez,
Makoto.
man. You don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Just he's black and the end. Goodbye.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
Any thoughts on why you're not a ghost?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
So they fit like a glove?
Hey.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
And that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko, who is over there. Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out,
Yes.
right?
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Quiet, Ghost Byakuya.
Oh, we only.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there.
The victim is clearly the cat who is mewing in the background for being.
For being ignored.
That cat is a ghost.
Yay, well, it
okay.
depends on what's said.
If Kyoko really is still alive and I'm not totally on board, then who died? There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body, then there's nothing else we can do, right?
So we're thinking it's the tattoo on the hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they tell us
It
it's
seems
a...
Yeah.
likely. So if Ghost Kyoko, or Ghost Yoko, as I like to call her,
And...
can't identify the body. Can't identify the body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, it is.
The swirling now is a little, little addition.
Well, this
There was-
background color is awful.
Yeah,
Oh my
there's
gosh.
just distractions all around.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
Sayaka's hand. What?
She's gonna add... Let's see. Let's show the... If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Okay.
I believe it.
Probably, yeah.
A cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see. She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was
Oh, yeah.
is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
The collection
See?
is
Right
growing.
here?
Yes.
See?
Oh,
His
yeah.
hand right
No,
here.
there's an... Yeah. Holding up the hand.
Sayaka's hand, you have a friend now.
They can clap.
They can clap, but they can't teach each other how to wear gloves. Oh yeah, the design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Or a sack? Oh boy.
Okay. Her master must have made her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Whoa, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear.
Chicken.
There we go.
Yeah, her profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mikuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier then joins the squad. Would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir? Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is...
What? What?
Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Okay, that makes sense.
Wow.
Wolf. Yeah, okay.
That's almost embarrassing.
Yeah. I hope the Japanese word for wolf is like 12 characters. That would make this make more sense.
I don't think I know what the Japanese... Oh.
We don't know any Japanese.
Yeah. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Oh! That was me being a wolf. Thank you.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology, a huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god, Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
I've been, it's actually all been suppressed because my brain sort of exploded when I found out that that thing was called Gungnir, which is not actually what
Oh
Gungnir
no,
is.
move on. We're having chapter 1 flashbacks. A wolf tattoo? Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which no one ever gets unless they're part of an elite mercenary corps.
That's the law.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Or really likes wolves. Or doesn't like wolves but thought it looked cool.
Or got drunk.
So it must have been Mikuro!
Or this is just the temporary tattoo they got out of the machine. What?
Or it was painted on them at a Twilight event.
Oh, hold on. Isn't she the one that's behind this whole thing? You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Muroko Ikusaba. Ugh.
Wow.
I think it was Mikuro Ikusaba.
Yeah,
there we
that
go.
was close.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead and now we have to have a class trial?
No, it means we were wrong in thinking that Mikuro was the mastermind at all.
But, I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
It's true, it's fair. Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from... Kyoko, that's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mikuro...
I'm gonna try that again.
Mikuro Ikusaba. Yes! She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
I know, bummer, right?
Yeah, totally not cool.
Usually, where there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
And it's just been hiding out this whole time, which is actually a pretty good way to
go,
handle
yeah.
it. It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster, after all. No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Makuro was wrong. Therefore you're wrong all the time. Wrongy, wrong face, wrong. Ugh.
Well played, Byakuya. This game of mental chess is over.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mikuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Eat me.
Fine, uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Ooh.
That was the ghost.
I've officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
But have you unofficially decided?
Yes. Well then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Could you maybe do it twice? I'm already confused.
No, finish your coloring book. The reason we're having class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Murder?
Oh my god. Hammer that point straight into your big old brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body.
Then, one of us killed Mikuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's still some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
It's a fair question.
Yeah.
Nope. There's only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
And somehow the 16th student has managed to avoid all the class trials.
I mean, there was just the empty chair. That's, Seriously? Then one of us killed Mikuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
We did? When did that happen?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to? Based on what we know, there can be only two suspects.
Hoko and Genocide
Right,
Jack.
Well,
I mean, it could be,
No.
but, well, it couldn't be.
based on what we know.
There's only two people without an alibi right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we believe everybody else.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
That's not how commas work. Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
If you must.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point there was no dead body there.
And you've never lied about a crime scene before.
No. of
Okay,
course.
well,
Yeah.
that's, fair point.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so. So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing. Are you thinking of raising an objection? But before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
How intelligent and proactive of you, Makoto. Who's underneath that mask?
It is I, Makuro! Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Oh.
I'm here.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body. Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered?
9.
9 o'clock. The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe. Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Oh, well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
Oh, right, that scene.
Yeah. This is leading me to think it's one of them. That one
Yeah.
of them is solidly involved here.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Yeah, nice narrow window there.
Well, it helps.
Yeah.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh, right. Yeah. Around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
It was after her crying, Jag.
Oh.
Oh.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay. It looks like the game has begun.
Don't say things that make us think you're thinking ahead. We know you're not.
All right. Who wants to play some Othello? Anybody? Oh, okay.
Celeste's picture is leaning closer to you.
If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
It's a lot of dead people.
Sprinklers.
Chicken.
Where is the chicken?
Or is it exploded body analysis?
Time frame for the murder. Took place.
John, it's your line.
It took place somewhere between 10 a.m. and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's the one.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So, Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
It's the
There's
sprinklers at
something that happens in the
7:30.
garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse is almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden. So, yeah, so we're thinking it's...
Sprinklers and the 7:30.
Took place somewhere between 9 o'clock and 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning.
And I'm Hero.
And I'm Hina.
There.
And this is the Hero
And Hina Show. Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, guess not.
No?
Oh.
Oh, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird's going on.
I need to think about it one more time. Must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Gotta be so it's gotta be the expanded, exploded body analysis.
What on there would what?
Okay.
That's the.
You're right.
That's the part that has the part wet, part. Oh, the
Slow,
only part.
slow, shoot.
Nope.
No.
No.
Hey, this same line again. Bye.
All right. What's the
What are the 3 clues?
exploded body
Water
analysis?
analysis. Fragments near the dead body. That's not it.
Not
That's
it.
And sprinklers.
Can we take something?
I mean, it's just 10 o'clock and 7:30, right? Those are the only
Yeah.
2? I guess try sprinklers on 10 o'clock?
It's like 4:30.
Right.
Well,
Well, can we read the description of the 3 clues? Or I guess the 2 clues, because the fragment really...
but there's
Yeah.
something that happens in the garden the same time every morning.
morning.
That's the
Yeah.
sprinklers.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, yeah, so shoot the other one with the sprinklers.
Yeah, I
and
mean, it's got to be
see
it.
what happens.
So we're shooting.
The 10
The 10
o'clock
o'clock.
with the sprinklers, which doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make
but
sense, but we'll see what they say.
Oh, gotcha. If it was. So anytime after 7 o'clock. Yeah, we'll give that a
it's
shot. The extra difficulty is.
that's the one.
Nope,
Ah.
I just missed it.
Hello, everybody. It's hero time. Let's talk about ghosts. Woo. Remember how the first part of this trial was spent proving that Kyoko, who was standing right there, was not the murder victim? Good times.
Yeah.
Glad to know they're not jerking us around in this trial.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
all right.
apparently it's that.
No, that's wrong.
It really is.
We agree, Makoto.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later. Like super late.
Super late.
Presumably, if the body was killed there. But anyway.
Yeah. Then what makes you say that?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So this makes more sense now.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden.
Sprinklers.
In the octopus's garden.
I like
in
donuts
the
with sprinklers.
shade.
We will sing and dance around.
Oh boy.
Sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Wet bodies is something she makes sure to take
Oh yeah,
close look at.
she's got a pretty good yeah.
Ooh.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying the...
Wow.
Like, no, Toko, only you were thinking that.
Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words? There, I did it.
Like getting a shot.
No, I'm.
Look at this expression.
Oh my God, Toko, no, please.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
All forgotten about the ghost thing because of that line.
What do you mean?
What is happening?
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence? Can we get Genocide Jill in here, please?
Man, you're a total wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why. I think it was Byakuya and Toko's covering for him.
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet.
Ew. What? Now I can't even,
Don't get into her zone.
It's too late!
All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it.
Stop it.
And she'll like it, I think.
I can't tell whether it will or not. If you look at the body itself, that should make it clear.
Can Toko and Hiro just leave the room?
well, the four of us. Yeah. Hina is clearly the most useful. What?
John, it's time for your favorite moment.
Game.
Oh, you got
What
bullets,
the-
though. What?
Why is she floating around like that?
What? What are you talking about?
Well,
I think she does.
Don't get to reload? Yeah.
do they always do that?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't notice them like
Maybe
her
maybe
feet
I mean
floating by before.
maybe it's
Like
wild.
that.
I mean maybe it's wilder because we're in a later trial, but they're always doing weird things back there. With their float heads. Wow, John, was that perfect?
Ooh. Split body analysis.
Wow.
Wow.
Were you
All right.
secretly practicing? Did you sneak into my room at some point and secretly practice this?
I don't know. I think it was when I switched out the skills to get the expanded ammo. I don't know. I think that just
took the pressure off.
Took the pressure off, and I'm like, okay, I can get a different rhythm of like reloading and things. I don't know.
All right,
Worked
awesome.
well.
Well done, John.
Hopefully
Well
it
done.
Keeps going.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, there's gonna be like 6 or 7 more of those this trial.
I know. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
What are we talking about?
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! What is it?
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on.
Yeah, can you tell her to stop talking, please?
Yes. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water, but only the part on fire, which was the top half.
Ah, so she's a ghost.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yes, the sprinklers are not the murderer. So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place.
I feel like people are getting fixated on weird things in this.
Sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you have an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Makuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe
He's
it.
sweating pretty hard there.
I refuse to... Oh,
Oh, he's getting sick again.
that fever's coming back. Oh, boy. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I mean,
Really
possible.
plausible. I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
that's not a... I didn't do it.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh? So you're saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Under a tarp?
Yeah! Tarps are back in a big way.
It is a tarp trap.
A tarp?
Trap.
A trap tarp? We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
Oh, we've been
Blaming
blaming
you
the whole time.
Oh, I haven't been paying attention. I've been eating this fish. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you.
You got it, boss. Shut up now.
It worked? Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her. Huh? She did? She thought Makuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Makuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's got to be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Also, I don't think we're going to take statements from the ghost guy anymore.
No. Or Toko.
Or Toko. Most of this group has been eliminated from having opinions.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you... Wait! Hey,
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
Ugh, I don't like how much you like that.
All it would take is to keep covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Whoa, what is that? Oh, it's coming.
Well, it's featured in Des Moines
Certain something
in
at the
June
scene
2019.
was used to cover the body. Could it have been... Drum roll, please.
Tarkon!
TARPCon, 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 TARPCon.
2019!
Talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
Clearly you've gone to TarpCon as well.
Already have my tickets.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
We'll open a P.O. box where you can send your tarps.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. I've led the TarpCon panel on dirt patterns on tarps. Tarp forensics is fascinating.
I bet it would be, actually.
Yeah.
My ebook is available on Wattpad. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, is the side that faced on the middle, kept perfectly clean. Sorry, it's grammatically correct, but it felt weird for a second. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so that they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Nice.
Why would Kyoko say that?
Oh.
Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now.
He can really pick 'em with the girls.
That tarp.
I'm taking it to TarpCon.
Yeah.
If it was used the way Kyoko said, tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body... Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
Oh, this is a showdown that I don't like Makoto's odds.
Probably body.
Well, I guess we'll see. By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the other side of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Because that side was protected from the water, since it was facing down toward the body. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Body before the explosion should have blood on the...
Remember, the blood on the body hadn't dried yet.
I think
So-
it's the last one.
Last one, body. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm feeling. Byakuya even warned us not to touch it, to avoid getting any blood on
I
us.
think it's Byakuya.
Do you think it's Byakuya, or do you hope it's Byakuya?
Yes.
He's acting weird. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think it might be Byakuya with Toko covering for him.
Do 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 do. It's hero time. Do 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 do. It's hero time. Do. Oh.
No, that's wrong!
I think that blood might actually be the blood of the chicken.
Oh. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange, if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
I think Toko set it up like that when she went up.
Yeah. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they used it.
Washed one side?
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah. True.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw in the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
Poor chicken. What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim? You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know. They could have grabbed some blood packs from the nurse's office.
It wasn't.
Oh,
it was
that
the
is true.
chicken.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
He used them all.
Delicious.
No, that's not what happened this time.
Okie dokie.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh no. This is the real blackened. I guess it'd be the same person.
They got blood from right there in the garden, right?
Sprinklers.
Must
blood
mean-
sprinklers.
Chicken coop chickens.
Wait, I just straight up missed it. Chicken coop chickens. Chicken coop chickens.
You feel worse about that one chicken than some of the people who were murdered.
Yes.
Yeah. Could it have been chicken blood? That chicken was far more innocent, as far as we knew.
What if that chicken was the Sayaka of chickens and was about to kill one of the other chickens?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? And now that chicken is a ghost? Man, that's messed up. Oh, ghost chicken. I want ghost chicken to be a new reoccurring character.
Killing a
Done and
living,
done.
killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I'm with Hina. I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which proves the basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water,
Yeah.
and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
No,
Oh,
Makoto.
no, Makoto, no.
It's like the first thing we all noticed.
First of all, look at yourself and how you're wearing that hoodie.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole. Hole? But the arms weren't in the sleeves.
I mean, you're close.
Then that settles it.
What?
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
Got it.
But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Okay.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood.
And you lost me.
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think this murder had happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still. Like somewhere between 9 and 9:01? Is that what we're thinking?
Yep, thinking so. Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did the two of you stay together from that point on?
Oh no, I headed off to the gym and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not... That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Oh.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me?
To lure the person who actually did it into a sense of complacency.
Yeah. I don't understand.
We know.
Oh. John?
Truth bullets!
I guess.
Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. You're gonna have to add one during a trial.
Nabbit. I usually get to relax for trials.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
Anyone remember that show? It was a good show.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was like a PBS after school.
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
Oh, Zabumafu. Yeah, I've seen that.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Usually along with like 3-2-1 Contact.
That I remember.
3-2-1 Contact was more the science one, and
Anyway.
We were more of a Nick Jr. household. For serious, man, which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
because it's a terrible idea.
Oh!
No, Hina.
No, not rock, paper, scissors.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier. Yeah. Then why did you hide that fact? It's not that I hid it, it's just... I mean... You know.
Just knife stuff. Remember this scene? I do.
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Wait a minute. Look at the back of...
Look at the back. Oh, well, we're not seeing it there. So it's not a dead giveaway. Are you saying the no
No tattoo.
no tattoo?
No, but it's on that hand that we're seeing the back of, right? That's where it should be.
Right.
Like right there on the back of the hand.
Yeah.
Is that the right hand?
Yeah.
That is the right hand, yeah.
And there's no... So that's not... Whoever that is right there, that's not who died. Look, I mean, look at the hand. There would have been the tattoo there.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Math.
What?
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
Of course, I was really out of it last night. How much cough syrup did I take?
Oh boy.
All right.
Let's get the bunny.
Let's
We haven't
see what
grabbed
got.
anything yet, so that might be time.
That might be.
Knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have the knife before, then... That seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took the knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
We've already established the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed. Which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body was after... exploded body analysis, I think does give the... is there...
Fragments.
No.
Disguised dead body.
No.
It might be disguised dead body.
Is,
Well,
because...
There was something
Oh,
about...
wow.
There's the... There was a blunt injury that was something like...
I guess
Like
I
a
guess
pipe?
body analysis, yeah.
There's only the one thing to shoot at, right?
Yeah. Let's get that. Ah! Oops. Yeah, that was a large.
These are fingers. Stab! Stab!
All right, well, zip through.
So we're kind of thinking exploded body.
Well, let's find out, and if we're wrong, we're wrong.
Yeah, we got plenty of hearts now. Makoto to do it. Why didn't you say anything, Makoto? Okay, good.
I think. There we go.
The weapon that caused the fatal injury, it was sticking out of her.
Oh.
No, that's not it. Okay.
Yes, I see. So what you're saying is, I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, we are saying you have absolutely no idea.
Yeah. I need to think about one more time. Must be a contradiction
I guess
in
it's
there
body
somewhere.
analysis then. Or is that what you just shot?
Yeah, that's what he
That's what
shot.
shot. Is
I-
it? Is it
Disguised dead body.
Because
I could have sworn that was just what you just shot, but anyway, I guess not.
I mean,
so.
they're both really similar. Man, it's automatically killer?
Everybody's getting murdered.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Sure is, Makoto face. It sure is.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Makuro. It's that roughly pipe-shaped object. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember?
No!
The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody tarp on the tarp.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
In other words, the victim never wore that bloodstained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her, and once to cover it up.
What? Hero.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. That'd have to be like the Robin Hood of stabbing.
Yes. Fund it.
The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see.
Oh,
Monokuma
well,
file.
what else could it be?
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh, yeah. It sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
It was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
It's Toko or Byakuya, but I think it might have been Byakuya and Toko covered it up, or possibly Byakuya put Toko up to it.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime. So they wanted us to notice the stab wound, and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, and then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but...
It's not actually 11037, it spells out Leon.
Oh!
Yeah, I know, right?
What's the deal with that explosion, anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Hey, now's the chance to do that other part thing that they keep, that bullet they always keep trying to make us use. If you bothered to put that lump of grey matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Hey, how about shut up, though? Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
She hit you, man, and you did not like it.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Hero, you go stand over there now.
Will do.
Yes.
May I
random
bring my
fission.
game?
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
You're not dumb, Hina. You are definitely average intelligence in this room.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
Where's that quantum particle clue?
Fragments of your dead body.
Yeah.
Unless there's something else that's...
No, I think you're right.
I think it's it. I don't think there's anything else that's more...
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so.
You're right.
The poor chicken. What did they do with the chicken? Maybe no.
Made a duster.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like that somewhere before.
And that's only natural. Because Of course. We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb. And it spelled Leon upside down.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that
Leon.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Oh, it's Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
It was
Oh,
loneliness.
great.
Oh. Oh.
No, that's constipation, not concentration.
He's gonna pop a blood vessel. Hey, make your argument.
That's just a lot of dead
Okay.
faces.
All right, so Monokuma file
5.
5. So this might be the grabby.
It's you. It's you. It's you.
Konosuba said the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure, I guess.
Well, yeah, she was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah, according to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There's the evidence that showed she was hit in the back of the head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Which only leaves... So we're grabbing the...
Yeah.
Fatal injury is determined.
Explosion!
Woo! Don't know why it was a ghost.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ghosts
And not
in
the
this.
knife.
This is a haunted trial. We need some sort of ghost hunter in here to, like,
Grab
shake
it.
a camera around and say that
And then
they
you'll
heard
shoot
something.
that with the fatal in the next. Yeah.
No, not countless wounds. Ah,
No, not that.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
when it goes
When it
back
loops,
around, you
yeah,
get
yeah,
the
yeah.
fatal wound.
You know, speaking of haunted, I hear that this particular class trial room, a famous baseball star died in it 30 days ago. Ooh.
Now you gotta grab it again.
Now you grab it again.
Curse you, white noise, the ghost of the text world. Nope.
Do you remember? We were just talking about this earlier. Do you remember Ghost Rider?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember Ghost Rider. I distinctly remember there being one series of episodes that was about like some like blue goop like bubblegum mascot. And it turned out at the end that it was all just a story that the kids were writing, which I thought was the most disappointing way they could have possibly ended it. I also remember the Max Mouse storyline where it turned out to be the quiet kid who had used a computer to start the fire alarm. Anyway, yes, I remember Ghost Rider.
I really want to like show that as an example of what the what computers were actually like.
Yeah. Yeah!
No, that's wrong!
Here's what we thought were exciting in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Makuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Yeah. What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file made it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh, yeah, good point. If they're old, I guess they don't really matter.
Old things don't matter.
Yeah. Right, John?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Okay then, we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of the head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file said she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was a pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave in their skull completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way, the balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Sounds like something you've tried.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
No, I wouldn't call it an accident. I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Can we get
All right then.
Can we get Genocide Jill back, please? She makes a lot more sense.
We want to figure out what killed it, right? It just so happens we already know.
Loneliness.
Ow, 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 ow,
Oh, cat attack, cat attack. Hang on.
ow,
Hang
ow.
on, folks.
It's on my
You can,
face.
you can defend yourself. Like, you don't just have to let it happen.
No, he's a kitten.
Oh, boy.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So, what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon.
Byakuya has no idea what's ever going on, and Kyoko knows it.
Yep.
The real murder weapon.
What was the real
Fake
murder
nails,
weapon?
yes.
Tarp. Chicken.
The chicken! It was the chicken!
Put the chicken in the tarp and they beat him to death with the chicken.
Oh! Oh.
Titan-
I completely forgot about the bloody duct tape.
Yeah.
Like, completely forgot about it. We
it's
could
not
have
that, but
No, could have whacked him with a titanium arrow, though.
yeah. That actually seems. Yeah, that seems fair. Where's the titanium arrow?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did Kyoko do it?
Maybe. Makuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
This is all really weird.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Makuro with?
Indeed, there's no doubt about it.
He totally had no idea what it was until Makoto said it.
He's literally just said, "Hey Makoto, tell everybody," this entire trial and answered no questions himself. Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Yes,
She's not
yes,
wrong.
It does. I killed you with an arrow, but not by stabbing you or shooting you with it.
I
By
just
whacking
whacked you on the
with
back of the head. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret.
Ooh. It's a ghost. Ghost arrows.
Woodblock key, probably, whatever. But we'll see what it.
It could be bloody duct tape.
Yeah, let's see what they say.
The titanium arrow.
Hi, Chihiro.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
Oh,
It seems like the arrow would have just been too thin. Yeah.
there it
is. Zip it goes.
Oh, you missed your line there.
Oh, sorry. No, there it is. That's the they were all duct taped together as one thing.
Oh, gotcha. A bundle of arrows. Okay.
By itself, it is but a mere arrow, but together it makes a mighty faggot.
What?
I mean, does it technically
What's that
if
quote?
you can't burn
It's
it?
a Simpsons quote. So,
No.
yeah, no, it is.
It is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin's trying to inspire the other kids, and he's like, "By ourselves, we are but a mere stick, but together we make a mighty faggot." which is a proper term for a bundle of sticks.
Yes, it is a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which episode was that?
I don't remember. Something with the kids. Here, I'll look it up.
All right. So we're going. Okay. So
It's
So
You're gonna
which is why they used the
duct tape, and it's gonna be that thing that fades away in the background. That
towards the second half. Okay.
yeah.
They shouldn't make it the hardest one to hit. It just seems too obvious.
Too thin.
Too thin.
Yep. There we go.
Ah, that I just missed it.
How can I smash you? No, right. You.
So tell me, Maro. Murder weapon.
Individually, we are weak like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty faggot. Episode?
Aim down, and. Oh,
Yeah.
you got it.
No, that's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon. Another arrow. A few arrows, really. Several. Not quite a dozen. But anyway.
Another weapon?
Is it the Junior Campers episode?
No. Here, I've got the episode. I just need to find the description, because right now it's just quotes.
Inside the dojo locker,
Oh, I don't need to
We
download
also-
the IMDb app.
we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
This feels like it's not physics. Anyway.
Yeah. And that's exactly what the killer did. Well, I think it's a good thing we've repeatedly and early established as titanium.
Yeah, I
Which
guess.
is enough to,
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Oh, yeah, that's the one about the, fox and pancakes, right? Right? Anybody?
Shut
Oh
up.
yeah, that's- yeah, where you have to get it across the river, but you know the duck will eat the grain.
It's a chicken.
The chicken.
Oh.
Oh.
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
We really should have learned that lesson.
I don't know. It's like a newer episode where Nelson and Bart become friends, I guess.
I don't know that episode. All right, I'll take your word for it.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
No.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo. Didn't we see her in the dojo?
Yeah, didn't we see her in the dojo?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Oh no, you absolutely have. Yeah, didn't we meet her in the dojo? Isn't that where we
It was
talked to her
peaceful and it reminded her of her childhood.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I think that's when she leaned in to tell us about the.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's when we learned she lived. She said something about living overseas, right? When she
Yeah,
was a kid?
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course, don't we, Makoto?
Let's just let me take care of it.
Yes, we do.
Who fool me? What's he
I-
talking about?
And I have it with me, of course, because I wouldn't have left such evidence behind in lieu of Sayaka's
hand.
hand.
Here I go. Here I go, reaching into the evidence pocket.
Bucket. What's the matter? Nothing. Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all, remember? And of course I remember! And then show us everything, the evidence.
Yes, show us everything, the evidence.
But most specifically the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo. I have evidence?
Yes, Makoto.
Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo.
Aside from having had a whole conversation with her there.
Yeah.
So we know she's lying, like, a lot here.
It must be connected to that dojo locker.
Was it the hand? It's not always the hand, Makoto.
Oh, it's gotta be the chickens.
It's not always the chicken, Makoto.
What happened to the chicken?
Maybe he donated some blood and now he's roaming the school free as a bird. No.
Oh,
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is
it's eating peppers in the kitchen.
Yay!
right here. The key to the dojo locker.
I'll call you Hina too and throw you in the pool.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
Where's your trash can, by the way?
Oh, but Byakuya
Byakuya
had the key to the room. Byakuya had the key to the room.
Yeah.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just... There's one more thing I need to ask her. What was my password again? Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you?
None of us need to hear this.
No, go on.
Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Oh. What? She was protecting me? Then does that mean she
Doesn't want you actively dead.
knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone... for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone that I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean?
I think I know where this is going, roughly, but this is all very weird.
When the body was found.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You started a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker. And then left the locker in my own room. A locker key in my own room. But could I really have done that?
Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right?
Right?
Which would mean...
She couldn't get into her own bedroom? Where was she sleeping?
Well, she was hanging out in the other... the other dorms, the
Oh, that's right. She couldn't get in at all.
yeah. So I'm thinking let's grab this. grab the other one, and then that's it. There's proof.
I don't remember any of this.
Locker key in my room. I think you have to grab that.
Yep. Yeah. That one, and then it's the there's proof is what it is.
Right.
Which would mean...
There's a debate happening.
What do you mean?
It just keeps going.
Who's it? Not the killer. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How about
There's proof.
me fail English? That's impossible. We all get that reference, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she'd given her room key to Byakuya. I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Is there something deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier?
If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden
I
forever.
don't think that's what the scene was like before.
No. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Koto also remembers a leprechaun and a unicorn.
And the leprechaun was made.
Oh, a leprechaun is either a very lucky Irish unicorn or a horribly diseased unicorn who's starting to lose limbs.
Well, one of them, they were making brownies, and one of them you'd like to eat the brownies. The other one you definitely wouldn't like to eat the brownies.
Anyway,
Anyway,
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
this is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do?
John,
What
where are
should
you
I
on this?
do?
Here, first question. What's Kyoko lying about?
In that last bit, I'm not positive. We need to.
Am I remembering correctly? Because I genuinely don't know if I remember correctly from the last session. Woo, stop spinning. Thank goodness.
Yeah, woof.
Didn't she have like a skeleton key that let her get into any room? That's how she was able to get into Makoto's room to save him?
Right.
Right.
Thank you. It had been so long.
Yeah.
We would not have remembered that.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
All right. Anyway.
What should I... The mastermind's trap? Well, maybe it's about to... The victim was Makuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know?
Be helpful if
What am
Kyoko was
I
a little more forthcoming.
Supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust?
This is that he's blacked out again. This is all those
Oh my-
concussions coming
It's
back.
also like-
Supposed to do?
This is supposed to be such a deep, dramatic moment, but John's Makoto is so whiny.
We're just gonna wake up and it's gonna be a shot of the ceiling and everyone like ringed around looking over his body.
Makoto, you passed out again.
Mastermind's trap.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, But if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong?
What do I do? I have to decide right here and right now whether or not to
Oh!
expose Kyoko's lie. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
I
Oh.
run away is an option.
Ooh.
I think we should let it go.
Kind of feeling.
I think that's what it's telling us to do.
I kind of feel. All right. I'm going with let it go. I'm going with let it go.
Do it.
I've made my decision.
Hey, do you remember, like, I don't know, this was like a chapter ago. We had a seemingly kind of consequential question, and you guys asked me about whether that decision was going to set us on a path to a good end or a bad end. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That particular question had no real relevance to that. But the question you just answered, well, let's keep going.
Okay.
Phil!
Okay.
We're gonna get back at you in,
All right.
Dragon Age in some way for
yeah.
this.
I'll
Oh.
just annoy you by not remembering anyone's name.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill
Oh
someone.
no, she'd absolutely kill someone. I just think
Yeah.
that right now it's important that she not be voted down.
There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? So, now I'm thinking. Yes, she could have gotten in, but that doesn't mean that she is.
Yeah. Basically, if we'd exposed the lie, then we would have exposed that she had a skeleton key. But we don't know that she
exposed
used
a lot of other things, and it would have, had the it basically exposed the trust thing, which she's
got
problems
huge
with.
problems with.
Yeah, it exposed the lie, and therefore the ultimate ending. But I don't think it matters for this case. That's
No.
that's my gut.
Although we could have run away.
We could have run away. We could have just like, no. Like, did Makoto just
Nope.
leave on
He
the
literally just sprints.
Noped ourselves out of there.
What's great is, what would be great is if, for whatever reason, the elevator, even though they're all down here, the elevator went back upstairs, so he has to, like, hit the button and wait for the elevator. They're all just standing there looking at him, waiting.
He starts pressing the button a little more frantically.
Gets
Anyway.
inside, it taps it repeatedly to get it closed. I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
And
What?
we're back to Makoto.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option. Wait a second, you've got it all wrong! Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? Inside?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You'll see it, don't you? Makuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
Time's up. Class trial's over. Everyone can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean, time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for the voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Oh, you got an A. Good job. Nicely done. Probably get some coins for that.
All right.
What?
Okay. Okay.
This was a relatively... Oh, yeah, look at those. Look at some coins. This was a pretty quick trial. Why don't we keep on going? Why don't we keep on going?
Okay.
What
All right.
the...
Oh, John, could you just real quick go to options and turn the voices back on?
Yeah. I'll
just go
be
ahead and do
happy
that.
to do so.
What the fuck just happened?
Pop those voices on. That'd be super. Great, John. Yeah, you're the best at that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
boy,
much.
I nailed upping that voice volume.
You
All
did.
right.
You did.
Glad I did that thing. All right. Okay.
It's weird
How
that
about
we
we
didn't get a
save?
comic
How about we
sequence that
save
time, right?
for a moment?
No.
No.
Do you think maybe it's a good idea to save after you made the decision?
Oh. Okay.
We'll just keep
Okay,
going.
let's
We'll
keep
just
going. Oh, did we make the wrong decision here?
We'll just keep going.
Maybe we'll just keep going.
It's weird we didn't get a comic at the end there. All right, let's. Yeah.
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
All right, then.
Okay. What? You think I'm the killer?
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all your fault.
Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Cindy!
Good job, everyone.
Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right.
No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Is this all part of the same fever dream?
That's what I'm starting to think.
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
If it is, I'm going to be really mad.
Wait, why do I? Kyoko!
Don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Phil, what's happening right now?
Yeah, that was the game. That was a good ending and a bad ending.
I'm going to start throwing things at you.
There's a cat in my lap, so I don't think you're going to.
Oh, like I've never thrown things at a cat before.
I can throw cats at other cats. Okay. Watch on the Kuma. And, okay.
What?
Learn all the things, learn all the things, focus, learn all the things.
Phil. Chihiro?
Wait. Wait. Okay. Okay, now it's getting weird.
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that?
Oh, yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego?
Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell! I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It's a pinch, an itch. That stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, it's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied.
I suggest therapy.
I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Get therapy.
Is he gone?
Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed.
The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this
Oh my
urban
god, we're
area.
starting over!
It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy.
Phil!
Yeah. What's up?
It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege.
Philip!
You guys gonna enjoy playing this Danganronpa game? I know I've told you about it a lot, so I think you'll like it.
Yeah, something about school, and there's some sort of weird bear.
Yeah,
in
there's
that
some kind of
area.
bear. Yeah, well, yeah. You'll
They
get
say
on
that
board
if you
with it.
come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year.
You keep clicking through and stop talking.
Delicious cream.
It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. I can't not do the lines. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk.
Unlike those soft wooden desks.
My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but... What was I doing asleep here just now?
Phil?
What's up?
Oh. Wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Get. Finally, time unknown. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell! I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in.
Oh, hey, you look at that on the right there.
Yeah.
I never noticed that. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What am I looking at?
The Monokuma rocket looking thing? Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen.
Phil.
What?
Not after what my good friend went through to save me.
Which one?
Alter ego.
Oh, that's right.
I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself, and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there.
Phil, how would this have gone if we chose the other way?
I will tell you at the end of this chapter.
Okay.
Alright, this is a desk.
Okay.
It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Oh, fair.
So he did kill the 16th student?
I don't know. I guess? That's a rocket? And a tank? I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here.
No.
And, what is that? Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit?
It's actually a really excellent question. That might be the best question Makoto has ever asked.
It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, and which ones are an all-around bad idea?
Fair.
Again, pointless.
Don't drink jet fuel.
Yeah, no. Feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration,
And singing.
the next thing I decided to do was
Cry. It's okay to cry for a while if
Yeah.
you need to.
go to sleep.
Yeah.
My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. I suppose he didn't get a good night's sleep the night before.
Yeah.
It was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It's like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky, it wasn't a sign, not exactly. What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above.
Angels!
What could it have been? Let's look at garbage.
You were gonna get there eventually, Makoto.
Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude.
Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
Garbage woman. Oh, no, wait.
It smells awful.
You got a little bit of... Kyoko?
You look like you're doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair.
Ugh.
She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished.
Oh. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach.
I'm gonna be sick doing that.
Called eating.
Yeah. Whew, that really hit the spot.
Bread and water.
Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going
The
for
Makoto
like
specialty.
10 more minutes.
So you still haven't given up, then?
Nope, not at all. Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
All right.
John, don't. you were gonna search the entire rest of the garbage again, weren't you?
But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
To pay a debt. Or no. To atone.
Atone?
you.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
Kinda did.
You briefly, you like pre-abandoned me.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive?
it's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
Was it a scholarship?
This is a scholarship, yeah.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak? I have
Yes,
no
Makoto.
reason.
They drew my name out of a hat. It wasn't even a nice hat.
That's right. At least, I did. Once.
Once?
I.
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was.
You forgot? But that's...
I had no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible.
Amnesia?
Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and When I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Drugs.
Hero.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
Bastards. But why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason. There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
Yeah, something like Ultimate Detective, yeah. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal out of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
A mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself. Which is why I asked you to help me.
But why me?
You don't ask too many questions. Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but...
Ah, I see. Oh.
Oh.
Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I
I
understand.
understand.
I should understand everything.
Um,
The goal isn't to get out of here.
it's to consume all knowledge.
To stay here.
Makoto, stop eating the books.
What?
We had seen that before. He had fallen asleep
Oh,
and
right,
saw that.
right.
Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay?
Eh, as much as usual. Oh, yeah. No, it's nothing.
Have I hit,
It's the bread and water problem and the concussions
yeah, have I
again.
hit double-digit concussions at this point?
It is nothing, right? Right?
Hey,
Eh.
Even now, I still trust you, you know.
Oh.
It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality.
So who actually killed the 16th student?
Yes, indeed. Who indeed?
I better talk to
Oh.
Kyoko. Oh, okay. Basically, just gave me a chance to let my thumb rest.
Yeah.
And just,
You think you haven't clicked anything in a while, huh? Well, we'll see about that. Bam.
you said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
Is this the time? Is this the place?
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
You mentioned your ability. Is it phasing through walls? Because that'd be really helpful right now.
My ability. What everyone should have known me for.
Explosions?
Ooh.
I'm the ultimate detective.
The ultimate detective?
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy. There was someone I had to find here in the school.
You had to find someone? Who?
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father.
What?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what?
No matter the cost.
Kyoko, what's going on?
My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
Not really. But listen, Makoto. I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. That is harder to say than you'd think. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Doesn't really say where the desks are, though.
Turns out there's a second secret pool.
I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Makuro's profile and that key.
Does it explain what happened in that one blood classroom? Because I'd like to know.
Yeah, that's a really valid question.
The map showed us that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues. So I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
Neat.
So, do you want some of this garbage water? Or?
What do you mean?
So,
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
I think I'm okay, actually. Sounds like it must be important.
Yeah, it does.
And really ominous.
Yep, that too. Can we leave now?
No, I think you gotta talk to Kyoko again.
I'll give it a shot, but
however,
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
it has to do with Mikuro Ikasaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the headmaster is directly involved.
Oop, mastermind.
Mastermind. That the mastermind is directly involved. It's been a lot of reading here.
Oh, yeah.
To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mikuro Ikusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial.
It was? Oh, maybe Mikuro Ikasaba was never really a person.
But then whose body was that?
Fake body. That would explain why there is no actual killer and it was all, it is all a setup. And why the body was largely destroyed.
Huh. Oh, let's keep
I know.
going. Maybe.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
Thanks, narrator.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. Just like Monokuma explicitly said.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mikuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mikuro may not have become the victim. Wait. Oh, it could have been you, Makoto.
I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean... Oh, right, there actually was a...
Hello again.
Hello? During the night?
Look at my neat knife.
I can hear them, you know.
Whoa.
The footsteps of the god of death.
Metal.
Wow. What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves.
Cool.
Whoa.
Were you hanging out with Hiro?
That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Hello again.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
Bart, do you want to see my new knife?
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to
Hello.
whoever the masked assailant was. They ended up dead,
correct.
and their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right?
Wait, I'm a little hung up on the god of death part.
Yeah.
I think we all need to pause for a second.
Yeah.
And
That's probably-
Was that like an idiom or
Yeah.
like a turn of phrase she was using?
That's probably a cultural thing that makes more sense in Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
Oh, she's getting a drink, well deserved considering how much she's been talking.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it.
Maybe it is Hero after all. Remember when we spent all that time thinking Hero was the spy?
But wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted us to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Makuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
There's no doubt that Makuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Worse than the Holocaust, and the Trail of Tears, and Adam Sandler movies.
Glad that stuck around.
Yeah. Tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that... They're the ultimate despair?
It seems
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
And there... 4chan? I don't know.
Yeah. Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. 4chan.
It's 4chan?
Turns out it's 4chan.
That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
Chapter 5! Junkie. The end. 6? 6?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Hey! Oh,
Hey!
the Dream Island rocket. Oh, that's good. It's nice. That's a nice rocket.
Yeah.
Nice rocket.
It's a Dream Island rocket.
Go to space in the rocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to your Dream Island.
It's good times.
Phil, is it safe to save?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys dodged a bad ending. Well done. Well done.
Woo.
What would have happened?
So if you choose to expose Kyoko, and I apologize if I get some details wrong, basically the trial ends almost the same way, except for everyone thinks it's Kyoko except for Makoto. And so it gets to the execution, and for whatever reason, it's the same execution with the squish machine. And for whatever reason, Alter Ego doesn't show up, and it kills Kyoko. And then you get just an end cutscene that's like, well, after Kyoko died, the mastermind just kind of disappeared. We never saw Monokuma again after that. And the last image is kind of this terrible image of... So it's the people who were left had just decided to survive in the school. So it's Hiro, Byakuya, Makoto, and Hina, because Toko apparently died somehow. They don't go into it.
Oh.
and they're each of the males is holding a baby that looks like it. The implication being they've just decided to start a new civilization and have all had kids with Hina.
Oh, hence the mother of my love. Yeah.
Hence, if you get the bad ending, Hiro is correct when he says the mother of your child and the mother of my child is the same woman.
Okay, well, since we have to remain unspoiled, I'm putting it on you to find a YouTube video of the bad ending and send it to me.
Oh, yeah, 100% I could do that. Just don't look any of the recommendations.
No.
Yeah, no.
So that just happened.
That just happened.
Congratulations, it's going to be the end of chapter 5.
Yeah.
Let's save that
Let's save.
Let's do a little saving.
Well, this is between a chapter, so it's going to go into a save screen.
That's true. I'm just going to...
That's fair.
I'm already in it. Let's just...
I don't know what happens if you pick run away. It might be nothing. It might be like, I can't run away. I have to make a decision. Or that might be another path to the bad ending. I'm honestly not sure. So yeah, good job, guys. You avoided a bad ending.
Yeah.
Are there going to be more bad ending options as we go along?
You avoided a bad ending.
We avoided a bad ending.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you all for going on that wild ride. Starting on the next episode, we start to figure it out. All of it. See you there.
Really?